happy day! It's Oberon and Neptune raid a nightclub.
Woo!
Alright.
Nightclub. Screw this nightclub.
Yeah!
Bet you it's got all kinds of money in it.
Yeah, or, powders. Something.
And, yeah, a bunch of yayo.
Yayo! So, you know what's got me really jazzed other than yayo? E3 was this week. And,
Oh, wow.
I mean, I don't follow everything, but there are little bits and pieces that I'm really excited about, so, I guess they had a big thing with Keanu Reeves showing up, and turns out he's in Cyberpunk 2077.
Ugh, he's getting John Wick all over my stuff here.
Yeah, but that's still really cool that he's just, enthusiastically all about it. I mean, Cyberpunk's gonna be a great game at CD Projekt Red. They do a great job. I played Witcher 1 and 2 a bunch. Still haven't played 3, but that's because I'm cheap as fuck. And Cyberpunk, turns out they are basing a lot of it on the 1992 role-playing game.
Ooh, okay, that's actually the first role-playing game that I ever played.
Yeah, right? Wait, do you still have the book?
No,
Damn
we
it.
played it in Clifton Park at the Gamers Guild. It was my first game ever. I made a character that someone had basically already made, but better, so I didn't have a function in the group.
Oh, that's the worst. I've done that.
And I named myself after a Gundam pilot.
Oh, I'm hoping it wasn't Hero.
No, it was the best one. Objectively the best.
Oh, okay, Duo's great.
Yes, Duo Maxwell.
I'm glad we could agree.
Objectively the best.
But
Still the best part about that anime, too. We tried rewatching it. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a bit rough to get through.
Oh, man, all that window looking to get through.
So much window looking and navel gazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, Keanu Reeves is in there, and he's one of the big. Oh God, I can't even remember what they call the rock and rollers back in that game.
The Rock and Rollers. That's Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels.
No, different game. Although
Okay.
I do like Super Nintendo Royal Rumble. That was a great game. But I mean, the thing that I like about it is that means I'm hoping in their promotional material they're going to throw out a PDF of the actual rulebook from 1992. I would love that. Yes, I'm hoping for freebies. I don't care. And also, definitely going to use it for one of the paradoxes in More in the Pocket. You guys are going into Cyberpunk at some point.
We're getting our Cyberpunk and our D&D.
Yes, you are.
Well, those giant human robots gotta come from somewhere.
Yeah. And there's some really cool adventures that I've seen made for it that I'm like, oh, I just gotta grab one and run it as a module. It's literally just, I want to do this. I'm gonna do it now, but you're mice.
We can sit there and laugh about dial-up and megs of memory. Yeah.
I
can't wait.
Right? That's cool as fuck. Regardless of if you care about the announcement or care about Keanu, that they confirmed that they're basing it off of the original role-playing game, and
You can't see me. You can't see me, but every time you say Keanu, I'm doing the hand gesture.
Whoa.
Pinky and thumb. Keanu.
So, yeah, I'm really stoked about that. I'm also really stoked about all the Zelda shit we're getting.
I heard there was a sequel. Something about a Necrodancer.
Yeah, both of those. So, Zelda is... Link's Awakening is getting a sequel, which is in production now. Which is...
Link's Awakening?
Or not Link's Awakening. Sorry. Link's Awakening is also coming out, a re-release of the Game Boy game on the Switch in 3D, which is my personal favorite Zelda, so I am squealing like a little schoolgirl. But Breath of the Wild is getting a sequel that is in development now. And it looks like they're going kind of the Majora's Mask route of it. It's creepier and built in the same engine as Breath of the Wild and using a lot of the same resources just in different ways, which I'm really excited about because it means it's more time for developers to develop and less time needed in just building raw code.
Please just tell me there's less endless grasslands and bad horse shit.
I'm assuming it's going to be a very similar map, unless they tuck you into a small sub area that is just very dense. Which, I mean, that's what they did with Majora's Mask. It was smaller than what was it? Ocarina of Time. And it reused all of the materials in different ways. It was an interesting take. So maybe they'll go that way and they'll like trap you in an eternal dungeon or something. That would be cool.
Because everyone thinks I'm weird for this, but like everything that went into Breath of the Wild, everything that people loved about it, the wide open landscape, beautiful animation, all of that was everything I hate about games. About modern games. It's like, wow, why can't you just give me the next dungeon? Screen full of dudes, that guy takes one hit, that guy takes two hits, there's another dungeon. Come on, guys. It's a simple video game formula that you're abandoning.
Dungeon, puzzle, dungeon, puzzle, dungeon?
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
Why do I gotta wait for 15 minutes? It's not like it's sex. I don't have a refractory period for these dungeons. I don't need that.
Some people do. Some people need to gaze off of a mountain and try and see the next dungeon, which is really cool. But I get it if it's not for you. I understand that. So
I need to go all the time. I need to get into that dungeon. Come on.
Gotta be all the way in the dungeon 100% of your time.
Yep.
On top of that, yeah, there's the Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Gotta make that dungeon all wet. No, never mind. This is the water temple.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. When you're done, it's the water temple. At least it's not the slime temple.
It will be.
So yeah, they also have a.
So about that mountain I was gazing on.
Just Assassin's Creed right off of it. You'll be fine.
Oh, okay.
Ah!
There is no fall damage in video games.
There is no fall damage. So yeah, the Crypt of the Necrodancer is also coming out. I think that's kind of cool. I was not very good at Crypt of the Necrodancer, being a rhythm game, and me being not a rhythm person.
I tried it for 30 seconds and didn't like the music.
Yeah, well, you might, if you like Zelda music, it might be more for you then, because it's definitely got all the kick-ass music from Zelda coming out, and I'm gonna enjoy watching somebody else play that. I have a feeling I'm going to enjoy it very much, and be very happy that I'm not.
Oh man, I think we just made some sort of weird promise for the stream. Oh, what did I do? What did I get myself into? I didn't want to play Crypt of the Necrodancer.
But maybe Dire Crow wants to play it. We'll find out. But
I don't know. Did they get as angry at it?
Don't know. So, in other interesting Nintendo news, the Collection of Mana was released this week. Like, they announced that it was a thing and released it on the same day, kind of released this week. Now, it's got Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and then something they're calling Trials of Mana. In Japan, that's Seiken Densetsu 1, Seiken Densetsu 2, and Seiken Densetsu 3. Hype!
I know you like those games. I wish I could get as hype as you, because I have no reference.
I fucking love Seiken Densetsu 3. I fucking love it. It is the perfection of that formula, and it was never released here. So America finally gets it.
So we're getting the best possible JRPG, is that what you're saying?
Best possible action JRPG? Best possible action JRPG. So I love that it's got branching storylines. I love that you pick the storyline that you're starting in by your character selection at the beginning. Like, all the classes are great. It's the least buggy of the three. It's still pretty buggy. But it's the least buggy of the three. I'm hoping they fixed,
bugs in my video game? That's impossible.
The agility stat does nothing. But you can still level it up, because they had to...
What year was it made?
Like, 95.
Sounds right.
Like, they couldn't fit it was supposed to be released on CD, obviously, and they couldn't fit all of the data on it, so they cut out some of the crit system, which means that agility does nothing. Absolutely nothing.
That's like Final Fantasy 1. There's something about the lookup table, like if you don't have a character in the 4th slot and it's supposed to look up something, so it looks for that character, but then adds 1 to the location, so it's reading junk data or something.
Yeah. So I'm glad that it's getting ported. I hope that they do some bug fixes, because they also released information about Trials of Mana being released separately as a 3D remake, kind of like how they did Seiken Densetsu 2.
Cool.
I hate the advertising for it. I fucking hate the advertising for it. Because for a person who is very excited about Seiken Densetsu 3 and knows what it is, I see the 3D remake and I go, wow, this looks garish and horrible, and they've fucked up the music again, because why keep the good chip tunes? Why do that? It's only some of the best music ever composed on the Super Nintendo. You don't need it. It does nothing for me as a person who knows what it is, but also it does nothing for anyone who doesn't know what it is. It doesn't look fun. It kind of looks boring and just like another Dragon Warrior type. Like the most recent Dragon Warrior that released. It's just this boilerplate.
I hope that's not 7, because that's the only one I played.
I don't even remember.
That's the one that looks most like Akira Toriyama.
Yeah. But it doesn't even have...
I feel so bad, because Fonzie got that for me, and Fonzie's like the best.
Yep.
And I'm like, sorry, man, this game is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, the worst part is they don't even have someone like Akira Toriyama who did the character designs. So you can't even hang your hat on, people who don't know what this game is will see it and see Akira Toriyama and want to play it. It doesn't have any of that draw. So it's marketed like people to try and attract people who don't know what it is with the most bland marketing ever.
In an attempt to reach the lowest common denominator, they actually ended up missing everybody.
Yeah, because I'm gonna buy the I'm gonna buy the version that is not 3D, that is the original, because it's great. I'm not gonna risk it on some awful 3D remake, because their 3D remake of Secret of Mana was extra awful. I don't know. I'm really excited about it, though. Oh!
Yeah.
Hey! And we're here. So let's just let's run away and call it next time on Oberon and Neptune Beat Up the Planet.
The wind howled at the washboard, sleeping underneath the moon. Our plan was hatched in a briar patch where lovers shook and swoon. Their lips stained with violet, their tongues tied into knots. To the loamy beds, their secrets, but we